Well, hello YouTube. I just wanted to take this time to make a quick vlog how about my Disney experience and just some final thoughts about it and just some tips about the experience for anybody who's looking to go to Disney World in the foreseeable future. First of all, I would definitely recommend the All Star Music Resort or any of the other value resorts on property. There's All Star Music, All Star Movies, All Star Sports, and Pop Century is also one of the value ones. Art of Animation kind of falls in that same category, but it is a little bit more money. But they're very value themed resorts, but you do get a lot of value for the money. Nice hotel accommodations. There's separate themed hotels for example, for the All Star Music, you have country, you have rock, you have a Broadway themed hotel, you have a calypso themed hotel, and you have the jazz themed hotel. And there's two of each, I believe, and they're all really. It's a really neat resort. It's got two pools. The main building has a food court, a Disney store, and also has an arcade and has full concierge service, and they can answer your questions any time of the day or night. Also, what's really neat is they have an airport style check-in service, which means that we didn't have to bother bringing our bags to the airport. We could just check them in, go to breakfast when we left, um, go ride the resort monorail, come back, things like that. So you didn't have to worry about that. And I definitely recommend staying on property also because of the whole magical express experience with the bus that takes you from the airport directly to your resort. You get luggage tags when you get luggage tags before you depart. Put them on your checked bags. Bring the checked bags to the airport, to your home airport. You check them through, and then they go with you to your destination. You don't have to go to baggage claim. You go directly to the area to wait for the Magical Express bus. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go straight to the bus. That's really awesome. Um, I honestly also would recommend anybody who does want to go to Disney that you would um, spend a full day at each of the parks you want to go to. We made the mistake of going on our first day when we got there to the Magic Kingdom, and we got there at about 4 o'clock Eastern Time, and it was very crowded, and people were already lining up for like um, the parades and stuff, and it's like um, it was just too crowded, and we got to do a couple things that I really wanted to do, which was the Hall of Presidents and the Tomorrowland Raceway, but that was pretty much it. Um, and then of course I got these, which you may have seen on previous videos, the Mickey ears, with my nickname on them. I also got my nephew a pair of Mickey ears that I'm gonna give to him for his birthday coming up, and I'm definitely wanting to take my nephew in a few years when he's old enough. He's gonna be 4 on Sunday, and um, it might be better if he's about maybe 6 or 7. My sister and I have kind of discussed that. Um, but definitely, we did a full day at the Hollywood Studios, a full day at Epcot, a full day at Animal Kingdom. Well, kind of like we got there each of the parks early and got there so that we were there right when they opened. And like Epcot, we stayed only to about 2 o'clock, and same with Animal Kingdom, because we had for Ep for Epcot we wanted to go to Downtown Disney for dinner and also look around there because there's a lot of neat shops. There's a bowling alley where we went and did 3 games of bowling in an hour. Um, there's also some really other neat restaurants there. You have Planet Hollywood. You have let's see what else. Wolfgang Puck has a um, restaurant there. You also have an AMC theaters. If you want to go catch a movie while you're down there, really a lot of neat places. Um, and Disney staff really does take care of you. I had planned to go to one of the luau experiences, the dinner experiences, for my birthday, which was last Thursday. But they had to cancel on me because it was too cold, believe it or not. I mean, right now it's about maybe, gosh, like less than 10 degrees outside. But at Disney, it was getting down to like in the 30-degree range, 40-degree range, and it was too cold for them to hold the luau outside, which I can understand. Um, so what they did is that they unfortunately had to cancel it. They couldn't transfer my credits to another one of the dinner shows, but they refunded my money and they got me a dinner at a place called Flying Fish, which is on the Disney Boardwalk. The boardwalk probably would be a lot better if it were not cold out. Um, be a lot better if it weren't cold out. There was it was it had a few shops. It had a place where you could rent a Surrey bike, which is one of those, which is a bike with a little canopy on the top of it, a little two-person bike where 2 people have to pedal. It's actually pretty cool. And was a good spend of $20 for a half an hour of riding, just to ride around the boardwalk. Um, and also did a couple of the character breakfasts. One of them was at the Tusker House in Animal Kingdom. That was a lot of fun. And then also, a friend of mine suggested that I definitely chef do the character breakfast for Chef Mickey's in the Contemporary. And the Contemporary is a really cool resort. I mean, I'm not discounting the cool resorts like Port Orleans or Contemporary, but the thing about Contemporary is it's $336 a night, which I don't know what your budget is. Um, but to me, I think the value resorts are definitely where it's at, definitely where we'd stay again. They do have a bus line that takes you pretty much anywhere in the park. Um, there is a bus line that takes you pretty much anywhere in the park, and well, it takes you to the buses take you to Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios. Um, they also have some. There are also buses that take you to Downtown Disney. But the way we did it from Epcot is we took a boat over to the Beach Club Resort, and then took another bus for Downtown Disney. And then when we left Animal Kingdom, we took a bus over to the Swan Hotel. And there was also a mini golf course adjacent to the Swan, which we had coupons for. They send you a big book of coupons, by the way, um, with all your vouchers for things. And these magic bands are pretty awesome. You can customize them in any color for any member of your party. And um, what the magic band does is it acts as your room key. It acts as your it holds your dining plan. So what you do is you what you do is you scan the band. If you go to a sit-down restaurant, and I'm pretty sure it's the same case for quick service, um, and it's the same case for snacks, because what we did is we got the deluxe dining plan, which gives you one meal, one of each meal. You get a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You get your choice of quick service meals or table service. And for me, I went with all table service meals. And couple of the mornings we had breakfast in our rooms. We just brought some cereal along with us. But I definitely recommend going with the with that particular meal plan. Just to keep in mind, if you do want to if you do want to go to a dinner experience, the 2014 dining plan says that it is 2 entitlements for each meal. But the thing is, we even with skipping breakfast, um even with skipping breakfast, we had some left over. We had some entitlements left over. Um, After we used our dining plan for breakfast, they're like, "Oh, you can go over in the gift shop and you can get up to like $60 worth of food," and we're like, "No, thanks." But definitely, I'd recommend. I definitely recommend the dining plan. Also, the Magic Band, it's your park ticket. You don't have to worry about park tickets. This is basically like an electronic pass that gets you into any, that gets you, to where you want to be in the park. It's really awesome. Um, what we did is we did the base tickets, which wasn't too bad. I mean, if you're the kind of person that likes to just go back and do different things later, I'd probably recommend the park hopper, but the park hopper is some significant extra cost. Um, yeah. Yeah, there's other different dining plans. There's the more basic dining plan, which is one quick service and one table service meal per day, which I guess is okay. It was just a lot of food. Like I said, we ate at the table service places because I figured since I was the one who made the reservations. My dad's not too computer savvy. I just figured you're walking around for the logic of this is you're walking around for a couple of hours. You're walking around for a couple of hours if and maybe standing in some lines. It's nice to sit down for a lunch or a it's nice to sit down for a lunch or a dinner and have someone wait on you instead of having to wait in a long line for a burger or a turkey leg or something. But I can understand everybody else's preferences. Definitely wouldn't recommend. Definitely would recommend that you'd get there early. That you'd book your reservations pretty much as soon as you book the trip. Because it's Disney and reservations do book up pretty quickly. Definitely wouldn't recommend. Definitely would not recommend just showing there and hoping you get a table because you could wait up to an hour for a table, and I definitely wouldn't recommend that. But we even got to a lot of our places early enough that they were able to seat us pretty early. So it just depends. It just depends on the season. I'm sure in summer it's a lot more crowded. Um, no, it's a lot more crowded in the summer, in the summertime. Because I know we did. I know when I was about 10, we did Disney in like May of '96, and um, it was warm and somewhat crowded, but weather wasn't too bad. Low 60 or high 60s, low 70s. Some parts of the trip were in the 50-degree range. Um, Cold for Florida. There were employees there with gloves on because there were people from up north that moved down south, and it's like, the temperature change really kind of does affect you at that point. I'm just rambling at this point. I'm sorry. But yeah, if you've got any more questions, feel free to leave a comment below in the video, and I will try to answer them as best as I can. And I thank you all for watching.